What's up, Colby Sharp, 5th grade teacher from Michigan. Welcome to my channel where we try to help kids fall in love with reading. Today we're going to be talking about 10 amazing picture books to read aloud to your kids. Every month I make one of these videos where I share at least 10 of the books that I read aloud to my 5th graders during the previous month. So I read all of them, these books, at the end of the day on the carpet. I hope you find some great books at your to-read list. Our Lake, definitely one of the best picture books of the new year. Has a chance, without a doubt, to be honored by the Caldecott Committee. It's absolutely beautiful and breathtaking. It's a story of a boy and his brother going to the lake to jump off this rock into the water. And what you learn as the story progresses is that it is the first time they've been back to this very special place since they lost their father. And it was something that they did together, and this is the first time they're doing it together, but without their dad. It's a beautiful book. It's a powerful book. When the kids realize the father has passed away, it's pretty beautiful to read aloud, moments like that. And what a gift that we have classroom communities where we can share beautiful moments like that with our readers. Our Lake, check it out. It's phenomenal. I'll put a link to a list of all of the books that I've read aloud to my 5th graders this year. It's more than 60 books. We've read some great ones. Hopefully you can find some great books there and learn more about the books that I'm talking about in this video. Don't Trust Fish. This was a Weird Book Friday selection. Every Friday we read a weird book. Maybe the best read aloud book of 2025. It's about, just kind of starts out as your normal kind of old school boring picture book. What is a mammal? What is a reptile? What is a bird? But then it gets wild, and it talks about why we shouldn't trust fish and how fish are wild. Just look at this page. Fish don't follow the rules. Some have gills, some have lungs, some live in salt water, some live in fresh water, some lay eggs, some don't. They are rebels and outlaws. Don't trust fish. It goes on this wild journey about why you shouldn't trust fish. Wait until you learn who the narrator is. Amazing book, so much fun. The kids were dying. Next up, we read the 2025 Caldecott Medal winning book, Chooch Helped. And this one is so beautiful. And many of them understood completely what it's like to have a younger sibling who tries to help and maybe isn't so helpful and can be kind of annoying at times. And some of them are that younger sibling, which was also fun to talk about. Chooch Helped. Easy to see why it was the best illustrated book in the United States in 2025. Veterans Day, we read The Wall, Eve Bunting. It's a beautiful book. And then we watched Reading Rainbow, the old school Reading Rainbow. Someone mentioned it on my Instagram post that there's a Reading Rainbow video of this, so I searched it up, and oh my gosh, LeVar Burton is just amazing. Story of a boy and his father going to visit their grandfather, whose name is on the wall. He lost his life in Vietnam. Beautiful book. It holds up really well. It's like 30 years old, but just absolutely phenomenal. More than 30 years old. And this is the one that we were very lucky to get an advanced reader copy of. It's Honor Flight. It comes out in 2026, but it is a book about a veteran going on an honor flight. And I didn't know a lot about honor flights, but they're this amazing thing that communities have come together to support veterans getting a chance to go to fly, all expense paid, to fly to Washington, D.C., to visit the monuments, to honor the people that they served with, to be respected and loved for their service. A beautiful book. I'm sure this is going to be a huge hit with readers when it comes out in 2026. Another Weird Book Friday selection, The Wolf, the Duck, and the Mouse. Mac Barnett and John Clausen have quickly become favorites in this class. We read The Rock That Fell from the Sky. We read Sam and Dave Dig a Hole. Story of this mouse who gets swallowed by a wolf. When he gets in there, he realizes that he's not doomed, but this is maybe not a bad place to live, because there's also a duck in there, and they are living really amazing lives. There's no predators. They're just chilling. Everything is all good in the belly of the wolf until something happens to the wolf with a hunter, and they must find a way to protect their home in a way. Awesome book. Balloons Over Broadway. Melissa Sweet's book about Tony Sarge and the birth of the Macy's Day Parade balloons is absolutely a must read. I think just about every class in our school read this book. Last week, the kindergartners had a parade where they made balloons and came into our classrooms. It was just the most sweetest thing ever. My kids cheered very loudly when they walked through with their parade, so we love that. Thankful, just a story about being thankful and being grateful during this holiday time. A book you can read any time of the year, but the art too, it's just, I mean, the story is amazing, but the art is just hard not to stare at this one. So we love that one, love talking about that one. Another bunting book, one that she did with Lauren Castillo, Yard Sale, about a girl whose family is moving. And it's not like an exciting, happy move. They're moving because they can't really afford where they're at. And they need to downsize. And they're going to have a house that's or apartment that's very small. And she has to deal with the selling of all of the family things so that they can fit into this smaller space. Powerful book, beautiful book, wonderful book to discuss with children. Ki Punamak, story of the first Thanksgiving from the Native American point of view, must read during the holiday time. We were lucky that this year, with our progress in social studies, where for Thanksgiving took place like when we were learning about Plymouth and that English settlement. So amazing book. I highly recommend this book. Cannot recommend this book enough. So hopefully you found something to add to your to-read list. So many amazing books have been published lately, but it's not just the latest and the greatest. You saw we had books here published in the 1980s all the way to books published that haven't even been published yet. We're reading it all. Whatever we need to read to meet the needs of the kids we serve is what we share, the stories that we share. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Colby Sharp. I hope you have an awesome-tastic day.